frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't panic surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, no. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after.
Well, Coach, to be predicted this time of year, it is a cold and windy night in downtown Baltimore.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, I'ma make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the big scam, when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause her blame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit on my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God. Big numbers,
Well, Coach, to be predicted this time of year, it is a cold and windy night in downtown Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. Show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, hop on it. Rep for your prom, for your post, department, your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar. One man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here.
Well, Coach, to be predicted this time of year, it is a cold and windy night in downtown Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
At the 21-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Cousins now. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Nelson Aguilar, 79 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. He's coming. We got double up. Run.
First carry for Spencer Ware. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way up to the 46. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. The safeties were well back there, and he had a lot of room. Were they in the cover too?
Yeah, they were, and the safeties were back. You know, usually they're 12 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, somewhere around the hash mark for each of them. But what also happens if the linebackers dive into the line, if you block them initially, that blocker can come off of them and get up to the safeties on the second level, and now you've got a big place to run the football.
A loss of 2 there, second down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky completes it to Lee. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. Buying time to his left. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Hey, it's coming up. Hey, 18,
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Tighten down. There you go. Go. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike, 51. Target. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike.
Now Trubisky to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Being chased out left. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check. Wait, you're on the line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there and a 1st down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
No room to be had there on the 1st down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. On the stop was Aaron Donald. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
58, right over there. Hey, high 7. Come on. 58 for Mike, 58 for Mike. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go, 58 is the Mike. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Going up top for Miller. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. T.Y. Hilton with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill.
Here's Lindsey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Let's get it. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. 2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they're facing a very tough 3rd and 11. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
They can't hang with us. Mike 54. Alert, 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 alert. Hey, exit. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get this. Hey, one set. Check, Mike. Behind her.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball? And they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order. That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field. That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks,
9 picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. Kendall Beckwith on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go play action. Trubisky. Dancing to his left. Now that'll be caught by Kump. And he'll go down at the 28.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
Mike's by 4.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
Hey, watch that, watch that.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
54. Watch the run, watch the run.
On third down, Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This from 54 yards away. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still on attack. We'll see how they attack them here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing here, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Under crunch. Blue, blue, blue. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Bowen. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, T. We got to get to the ball.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
I'm coming! I'm coming! I'm coming! Kill, kill, kill! Kill, 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 kill! Hey, turn it up!
A first down throw for Cousins. It's caught by Aguilar. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And to give this time to the tailback. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Daniil Hunter, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the backer, watch the backer.
Now it's Trubisky. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd.
This time they stay on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now Trubisky on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Mike 53. You can't block me.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 44 yards away. The kick by Gold is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone. And
he'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Here's Trubisky. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down.
58, Mike. I got it. 58, boy. 58, Mike.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Aaron Donald. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Trubisky to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Trubisky will throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. 3rd down here.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 4, check 4.
18.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Red, up.
Now Trubisky. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Lee's got it over the middle. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the Broncos.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again.
Hey, alert.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Again, it's Trubisky. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Nick Bosa in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. This from 54 yards away. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
58 for Mike, 58.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 58, boys. 58. 58. Come on. Hey, Haywood. Watch the run.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's got it to Hilton. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. 3rd and short yardage. Cousins. Got his man. It's Eifert. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the 1st down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming. Listen to me.
Throwing on 2nd down. Cousins completes it to Aguilar. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 14.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Cousins. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Danielle Hunter, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
I'm going back to you. Hey, Ken.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
I certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, It's darn close.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got you, baby. I got you.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 45-yard line.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Timmy Jernigan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Going up top for Kupp. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Mikel Roby-Coleman. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
throwing again on second down. Cousins. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
First down, Denver.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Nick Bosa in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Now a desperation throw deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. One last shot for Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Broncos, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Mississippi and New Orleans. Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden lead. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league.